Who walks away from this? Witness heart-stopping near misses, catastrophic chainsaw fails, and the most dangerous trucking routes on Earth. Strap in for the ride on Machine Universe. Ladders and chainsaws just never seem like a great combo.
There. Okay. Ah! Oh shit.
Getting a shot.
His safety harness is the only thing preventing a fatal ejection. Dry palm fibers meeting a hot chainsaw muffler creates an instant torch. Hope he escaped safely. Burnt, hollow, and massive. This redwood poses the ultimate challenge for any cutter. With the center gone, traditional directional felling becomes an art form of guessing tension and weight distribution. Only a true veteran walks away from this stump safely. Suriname's dense forests provide the ultimate testing ground for machinery. The truck battles through mire, proving its durability with every rotation. Only the toughest equipment survives this relentless grind of mud, weight, and tropical heat. Durango's rugged terrain presents a brutal challenge for loggers. Leaving Tamazula involves navigating tight, dusty switchbacks with a full payload. The landscape is beautiful, but the steep, unforgiving roads are a constant battle for any heavy machinery. Behold the staggering scale of aerial logging in British Columbia. The massive Ericsson air crane dominates the sky, lifting giant cedars effortlessly from the steep slopes, turning a dangerous extraction job into a seamless aerial ballet. This video showcases the incredible logistics required to harvest timber from the most inaccessible places. Deep in the woods of Canton, a unique salvage operation is underway. Watch as the crew utilizes a live steam engine to transport a fallen giant. The sight of such a small machine pulling a heavy white oak is simply mesmerizing. Sliced through that hardwood log like it was warm butter. The torque on that V8 must be insane to keep that giant chain spinning so fast. The appetite on that Woodsman 440 is absolutely terrifying in the best way. Hearing the turbo spool up as it devours whole trees instantly reminds you of the raw horsepower involved in industrial chipping. It just erases wood without hesitation. Looks like nature handed out a quick lesson nobody planned for today. This guy is lucky. He just crossed a 13 to 200 volt phase. Professionals typically use ropes, not a loader at the base. Amateur hour nearly costs them an expensive machine and much more.
Yep. Keep on.
Way cheaper than renting a grinder, though the risk to the back window adds some excitement. Adrenaline must be pumping when the debris starts flying. Working in a smoke-filled zone with a massive, unstable tree looming overhead defines the ultimate danger in this profession. Holy shite. They're blasting across that bridge that probably has a speed suggestion of 10 miles per hour. Another busy day unfolds on the snowy docks. Freshly cut timber arrives by truck and leaves by sea, moved by the green arm of the Centobogan. The grab measures roughly 28 square feet, making quick work of the logs and ensuring the hold is filled before the ice sets in. I really like that Flex 14 undercarriage concept on the excavator base. It gives so much more clearance for stumps and rocks compared to stock machines. Pair that with the Niesel ahead, and you have a rig that can go almost anywhere to harvest trees. Resembling uncooked chocolate cake batter, the mud here is incredibly thick and unforgiving. The Valmet 840.3 forwarder essentially floats on a river of earth, relying on skilled inputs to stay upright. It is a messy, difficult job that few machines are capable of handling. With 765 horsepower, this Galatrax 800 is an absolute beast. Efficiency at its finest. Impressive on wood, but I wonder how those teeth handle hidden rocks. Wondering about the size? These are 3 to 4 foot lengths being processed for a massive furnace. That was incredibly fun to watch. There is something mesmerizing about seeing big wood pop open under pressure.
Oh no, it's on their feet!
Hit it! Yeah!
See? I can physically hear the crunch of metal and glass just looking at this. Everything happens for a reason, and that reason is usually physics.
Tu me saoules.
Seeing those logs next to the white SUV really puts the scale into perspective. That bundle must weigh tons, yet the F-175 skidder pulls it like it's nothing. Hauling heavy timber turns into a stunt show. Driving on rear wheels only is the fastest way to snap an axle. Navigating the infamous death curves of Portooro of El Capricho takes nerves of steel. Even without mud, these narrow dust trails are unforgiving. One mistake with that heavy load on a blind corner, and gravity takes over instantly. Pure respect for the driver. Check out the most interesting move of the day right here. This logger is demonstrating the bore cut technique, a method that looks intense but offers incredible safety. Instead of slashing through, he plunges the saw to create a secure hinge, preventing the tree from splitting or kicking back dangerously. The torque required to drill straight through a solid stump like that must be immense. Using a John Deere 8100 to power the rotor S attachment is the perfect pairing of American muscle and specialized Italian engineering. I get a bit nervous just watching how fast that ram moves, but he seems to have a good rhythm. Keeping hands well away from the ends looks like the smart move with a machine that quick. If you are running a small lumber business, this is how you actually make a profit. Instead of spending all day milling a few logs, you produce thousands of board feet quickly. Just set it, press the button, and let the 4-stroke engine do all the hard work while you stand back. Not even wearing safety goggles or work gloves, and no rigging at all. No rope to lower the chainsaw. That's a bucket job. Walking away with such confidence suggests he planned for everything, except where the heavy tree would actually land. You can see the caution in his approach, which is good. Dealing with windblown timber isn't like felling a standing tree.
Thanks for joining
the forces
me
are
again,
all over the place.
And I guess I will.
Shelf poking out, tension building, yet he still full sends it perfectly. feels like he didn't think much about the fall direction.
Shit.
Looking like a scene from a rural cyberpunk reality, the machine fetches timber autonomously. Unstoppable momentum carries it through the barren winter landscape. These trucks built the infrastructure in remote regions and are still proving their worth today. The ZIL 131 truck doesn't need roads because it makes its own path. It is amazing to see these vintage workhorses still active, hauling timber where nothing else dares to go. I really appreciate the engineering on the PTH 1200G. A 26-inch drum diameter ensures consistent chip quality for boilers. It is rare to see such a wide 47-inch inlet on a medium power unit. This setup bridges the gap between commercial logging and energy production perfectly.
Wow, I didn't expect a truck axle to double as part of a wood splitter. That's some wild creativity right there. The cone just bites into the log like it's nothing, and suddenly the job looks effortless. Still, watching those sharp spins makes me a little nervous. Don't you think building it this way looks a bit dangerous? At the exhibition, the Frick sawmill stood out as a true display of unmatched craftsmanship. Its finely engineered saw blade, driven by perfectly calibrated gears, cut through dense, aged timber with ease. It was a rare demonstration of technical mastery. This is truly remarkable. The Pezzolato PTH 1400-1000 all-road is a testament to human ingenuity. Its 700 HP Volvo engine and ability to process 800mm logs, producing 380 Mount 3 of wood chips per hour, speaks volumes about our drive for efficiency and innovation. The lifting and rotating cabin, along with the crane, demonstrates our desire for effortless control and mastery over our environment. You know what catches my eye here? That little cutting table. The machine itself looks super handy, but you can tell it slows things down. Imagine if the table was just a bit wider. Logs would slide through smoother, and your back wouldn't take such a beating. Sometimes the smallest detail makes the biggest difference. At first glance, you'd probably bet this setup was more for show than real work. But watch it go. This homemade splitter is turning logs into firewood like it's the easiest thing in the world. It's almost funny how something so plain can feel this reliable. Makes you look twice, doesn't it? Drop a 1 in the comments if our video blew your mind. Your support fuels our creative fire. Wow, that's a smart setup right there. Turning old pallet racks into a log cutting station is the kind of idea you don't see every day. Add in the roller conveyor and that chainsaw, and suddenly it feels like a mini production line. Simple, but surprisingly effective. There was a time when cutting wood was a grueling task, but this modern woodcutter has changed everything. With just a flick of the switch, it effortlessly slices through timber, making clean, perfect cuts. It's not just a machine, it's a testament to how far woodworking has come.
Gravity always wins. Never underestimate a leaning tree or a muddy road. Subscribe to see what happens when physics fights back. More heavy equipment disasters are just a click away.